Hello and welcome to Mandatory Fun Time Channel. I'm your host Shagitto, and I am here again with Zarny.
Yo, what's up? How we doing?
We are building some worlds. Today we're going to be doing some dungeons. No dragons this time. I mean, they could have some dragons in it, but what we're going to be doing is just crafting a dungeon, mainly from the Dungeon Master's Guide. Going through that and I don't know, just trying to incorporate a dungeon within the Daggerheart world as... sorry, I was moving some stuff. Within the Daggerheart world. So making a few of those in there. And I think we're just going to do one more adventure. And then after that, we'll go to Shadowdark and start creating some stuff in that world. Or that era, rather.
Cool.
Cool. All right. Let's get started.
Yeah. So what's our first category here?
Our first category is dungeon location. You shall be rolling a D100 to figure out where this is going to be.
Watch, it's going to make 0 sense.
Yeah.
76.
76 and several connected mesas.
Mazes?
Mesas?
Oh boy.
Man, I'm trying to see...
That'll make map making fun.
Yeah, that's true. I was trying to get the chat to show up on friggin' the thing, but it's not working. Oh, well, I'll have to figure that out later. Bam. Okay. Bam.
Chatty boys.
Okay, so in a mesa. Let me come on over here to my Daggerheart dungeon. So, several connected mesas. Bam. Okay, cool. So we didn't roll the 96 to 100, so we're not going to do the exotic. Okay. However, we are going to be looking into friggin' who created this dungeon. The dungeon reflects its creators. A lost temple of the Yonti, choked by overgrown jungle plants, might feature ramps instead of stairs. Stuff like that. So something to think about. If you could roll me a d20, we shall continue.
Discord is popping up in my way. Thank you, Discord. I love you too. Hiya! 13.
13. Where am I? Oh, geez. Humans. Okay, so some humans made this dungeon.
Okay.
Now you're going to be rolling on the NPC assignment or alignment chart and also the NPC class tables to determine the specifics. I gotcha. Okay. So give me another d20. Do.
17.
Yeah, wait, why ain't that coming up? There you go. Let me put that right there. Cool. All right, so 17. It's going to be a neutral evil. Okay, neutral evil. Gotcha.
Okay.
Several connected mesas. Dude, that's so weird.
Maces or mazes?
Mesas. Isn't that like a series of like kind of above land plateaus?
You know what?
Hold on.
Mesos?
Let me just dang old Google it, you know what I'm saying?
Mesos is a commune in the Landes department of Nouvelle-Aquitaine in southwestern France. Oh,
Mesa
wait, dude.
Is a flat-topped mountain or hill. Okay.
Oh, mesa.
Mountain. Yeah,
mesa. Okay, cool. So they're connected mesas. But because they were built by humans, you would see that it would be like there would be like stone bridges and archways like connecting the different mesas together.
Yeah.
Probably have towers on them and such things.
Absolutely. Let's see. Several connected mesas created by humans that were neutral evil.
Natural evil.
Natural.
Hell yeah, natural.
Now your class. I'm gonna need another D20 from you.
D twizzles.
Oh, the chat is showing up. I'm just a silly guy.
6.
6 is a fighter.
What's the class for? Like,
so
is
the
that
class
going to be like the enemies?
to determine the specifics of like, you know, what were they doing like this dungeon? It's neutral evil, but if they were like some sort of cleric, it would have been like obviously to a temple of some sorts to an evil god, right?
So if they're warriors, then it's more like a base of operations for fighting wars strategically, stronghold type thing. Probably like a couple barracks.
This group of humans were I like that were of the warrior type. Okay. We'll go with that right now. Let's figure out the purpose. I need to roll one more d20.
Eight.
It was a mine. Okay.
A mine. Interesting. Okay, now it's going to be on top of these mesas. They're all interconnected with stone bridges, probably quarried from another mesa nearby. If they're mining, so if they're warrior type people and they're mining, then let's say that they're warriors that had taken over the area and then enslaved the people in the surrounding areas to mine. And what they do with their mines, instead of having like, oh, there's a cave entrance or something, what they actually do is in the center of these mesas, they dig down and make scaffolding and keep digging down, because maybe these mesas are rich in some sort of mineral that's valuable to them. They can make weapons out of, or really high quality weapons.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm trying to wrap my brain around it still. I don't know. Maybe it's not. What's something that could be mined like above ground? Like,
well, you can get veins of ore just in a sheer cliff face if you were lucky enough, without having to dig a bunch of tunnels underground. and also it's a fantasy world, so we can really just do it however we want.
Yeah, dude. Let's
or
do
maybe
however
like
we
valuable
want.
mineral.
So I was thinking more of like a gas. What if there was some sort of substance that was coming up through these mesas that, you didn't want to, because like with the ore and stuff, I'm like, well, why don't you just dig through the mesa? Whatever. But like with the natural gas, that could be like a magical thing. Maybe it's not just like, methane coming up. Maybe it's some sort of power inducing gas.
Yeah, and the thing is that instead of, coming in and just tearing these mesas down to mine whatever they're mining, it's more advantageous to use the height of the mesas as a defensible position to protect your mining operation, because whatever this stuff is valuable, right? So people are going to be after it. Once it gets out that you've discovered a wealth of whatever this material is, people are going to be coming for it. So it has to be valuable. That's why they're building all their keeps and stuff up on top of these mesas to mine down into the center of them, because the mesas act as a natural defensive position.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotcha. All right. Let's see. This group of humans were the warrior type. They created their strongholds. Create their strongholds on top of these flat mountains. That were all connected.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it said, right? Connected mesas?
Yeah. Interconnected mesas.
Interconnected.
So there would be bridges from each one to each one, right?
Connected ones. Yeah, how are they connected? Ooh, what if there is just like naturally, ground of some sorts,
like archways and stuff,
like a massive archway,
kind of like in Arizona and stuff like that, where there's these big archways connecting different mountains together and small mountains. Yeah. So it makes like a natural land bridge across. Mm-hmm. That would look really cool. That would look super cool.
We have a natural land bridge between the two flat tops. Okay, they have natural, land bridge between the flat tops. Tops leaving massive archways beneath them, or between the mesas. Okay. And then what do you think of the mineral?
Like I said, it could be something valuable to them as a warrioring clan, where they can make really high quality weapons and armor out of it, if it's like a physical ore, or if you want to go into like mining some sort of like natural gas type something, or maybe even just like oil, because oil is valuable. I'm not sure how that would work in the world. What, making lamp oil, making, torches and stuff like that. But, and then if you could go a more fantastical route and have it be some sort of something that has magical properties that is used to power something.
Yeah.
Or maybe there's some crazy scientists and they don't really know what it is yet, but they're tinkering with it.
That's what I was thinking about it. I don't know. For some reason, I just think about, have you ever seen the horror movie Overlord? It's like a World War II zombie movie.
No.
It's super dark, and that's where I'm going with this. So what I was thinking about was, dude, yeah, so these are fighters, right, that may have fallen into with a dark god of sorts. And maybe what they're... God, maybe not, like, I don't know, dude, this is a bit of a stretch, but in their pursuit of becoming stronger warriors and stronger fighters, right, they needed to find a way to become more than the circumstances of their birth, right? Like they didn't choose to be humans, but you know, they need to find a way to become more other than I guess being like a wizard just or something.
Soldiers.
Yeah. So what they do is they make this deal, and maybe they find this like ancient book up there, like the Necronomicon or something like that. But the whole gist is like they're gonna start raiding and they're gonna capture people, and then they're gonna like tie these people up while they're alive and use some sort of magical instruments to basically bury them within the mesas because of a type of substance that like naturally occurs here that is going to like enhance, however, decompose the people, so that way these fighters take this sludge that's afterwards and they eat it to become stronger.
It's like dinosaurs turning into oil, right?
Yeah.
But on a completely different scale. Yeah, I think that sounds wacky and fun.
I'm trying to go the aspect of like they're evil, right? Neutral evil. So they're not just going to be up there and being like, you know what, we're going to be honest people and start mining stuff. You know, that's not exactly what they're mining. They're mining power through these people that they capture and put through this experimentation. And
that gives the party a reason to go stop them.
Yeah, because people are missing.
It's not very moral to do that to people. Right. Yeah, I like it. I think that'll be cool.
Right.
And it sticks with the theme of us making things super dark and messed up all the time.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just thought of it. I kind of want to go see Overlord again. It's actually a really good movie. It has to deal with like Nazis doing that type of shit. Like you catch on early on. Yeah, what's going on? Let's see. Between the two flat tops, leave a massive artery. Okay, yeah, gotcha. These warriors, dang old dark warriors. Started out as bandits. I don't know. Let's see. Started out as soldiers. From
maybe they're a group of soldiers that were fighting in a war together for some king, and they lost a terrible battle, and so they decided to rebel and go off and make their own way. Like half the army was just like, F this, I'm out.
Yeah.
This guy's crazy. He keeps throwing us into these situations. All our fucking men are dying, and it's our code of honor to follow this guy, and so we're all gonna die because of him. So you know what, dude? Like half of them start talking, they get together and they're like, dude, we have to find another way. And then they stumble on this thing. They stumble on this book or whatever, this presence it's connected to maybe. And they're like, oh yeah, we can become powerful on our own. We don't need some king to tell us what to do. We can be our own kings.
Yeah.
We can all be kings.
Yeah, so I was thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, I think you're right. I kind of like where this is going. It's going to happen during the Shadowdark era, so that way this makes sense as to why this is an old kind of dungeon thing. And maybe this is what they were doing then and they were stopped, but something happened. You know, things are repeating themselves, you know?
Yeah, maybe that's what happened is these guys, through all this process, you know, they became kind of fucking twisted by this shit.
Yeah.
They went too far with it. They took too much. They did too much. And now
they're
super gnarly and they're still up there guarding it because they are like immortal and they're like bound to this shit because they need it to survive now.
Ooh,
and so they can't leave their keep. They can't leave that behind because it's all that.
Yes. Okay. So they got what they wanted. They became powerful and immortal, but they're stuck there.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes.
Right. Soldiers during the shadow.
They need to keep kidnapping people and keep the process going because it's the only thing keeping them alive now.
Yeah, during this time. See, during this time, kingdoms of every race were trying to retake the lands from Azagul, something like that. That guy. To retake the lands from Azagul's minions. After her defeat. Let's see. One such kingdom, the kingdom of Plan, has since been long forgotten due to the ruler's incompetence. And what else?
Like, well, yeah, the are you talking about like the constant war of the soldiers constantly fighting wars that they can't win, being put in bad positions, and then them deciding to break off and go do their own thing. And so they traveled for a long time looking for a place to call their own. And then that's when they found these really cool stone formations, and they're like, you know what, if we build our stuff up there, no one can fuck with us.
God dang it. Come on, brain. Surviving. Why can't I put the V there? Go. Surviving kingdoms. Alright, they were eventually into the surviving kingdoms. However, expense of the kingdom's army deserted the last battle, knowing they would be defeated. They fled to find a land to call their own. They came upon the... You want to have 2 mesas or 3 mesas?
Bunch of them.
They came upon...
This is, I would just say, a vast network of interconnected mesas. And then you can determine how many little points of interest and areas you really want there to be when you're fleshing out the map.
Mountains. Jetted up from the dirt. Sorry, I'm just like trying to... I'm on like a little thing with this. I'm just like trying to flow with it. Kind of like where this is going. Okay. From the dirt. You can just skip around. We don't have to do a heavily detailed thing, but we'll say like they came upon a battleground. The gods. Flat mountains jutted up from the dirt. Let's see. The group settled on 3 mesas that were all connected, or that were, all interconnected. And
then
their stronghold.
Yeah, and while they were excavating for the stone they needed to build the stronghold, that's when they found like an ancient text. But it was so old, they couldn't read the language. So they put a couple of their smartest guys on trying to figure it out, what to try to decipher the language it was written in. And then one night, one of the guys who had been studying it, just trying to figure out, like driving himself crazy almost, like a patron comes to him in a dream and bestows upon him the power of reading the text, as long as he agrees to fulfill some sort of prophecy, and that they will all be granted power if he chooses to do so.
Yeah. He did not know language of the text. However, it had a odd sensation in the air that almost pulled certain individuals to it. Okay. Let's see. One night. One night. One of the people studying it has a vision of a Patreon.
And it could be like an ancient god. It could be, anything. Some sort of entity to be determined.
Yeah.
However you like it.
That promises them power. Never lose a fight again. All they need to do is follow the text.
Yeah. And that text is what teaches them how to do this process.
Yeah. All right. Let's say the text, teaches the warriors how to do a process of desynthesizing, something like that. Desynthesizing mortals down to I kind of want to be like allspark, but no, down to
or like some sort of raw form of sustenance.
Down to raw energy. Rough energy? That's not right. Raw energy. Energy. I don't know. I think that would be a
come up with a cool. Put some parentheses around it, and you can come up with something neat to call it. Like the text calls it blah blah blah.
Yeah, I think
but effectively, it is a sustaining essence made from this particular type of decomposition. Like, how back in the Victorian era, people were I think it was the Victorian era. I might be wrong about that, but people were it was a big thing to buy mummy dust and eat that shit.
No, I never heard of that.
You should look into it. It's absolutely crazy, dude. People were buying mummies. People were eating mummies, dude. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
for their health. It was like a crazy health fad. You should look into it. It could be something similar to that. Where it's there's a way to really rapidly mummify corpses, and then they eat them.
Root of all beers. I am streaming. Bro, I think I need to get better space for my chat, because I see that over here. He's on Twitch. That's why I didn't see him over in my little stream
thing. I see, because you're multi-streaming. Got it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm just going to put them right down here over our faces. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'll put it right there. All right. I'll mess with that later. Sorry. So the text teaches the warriors how to do a process of desynthesizing mortals down to placeholder raw energy. raw energy, and then how to, I don't know if I want to say ingest or inject it. What do you think?
Ooh, I mean, keeping with it being kind of dark and weird, yeah, injecting it would be gnarly.
Yeah, how do they?
And maybe it's like not enjoyable process either. Maybe it's like a spinal tap, dude. Like they got to go in through the spine or something with this big ass needle.
Damn. Okay. I raised the stakes of this.
You said you wanted it to be dark.
Yeah. It's no longer taking a shot to the arm or in between the toes, man. Now you gotta get it to the spine. Holy fuck!
Straight into the spine, like at the where your neck meets like your top of your shoulders.
Oh, how about just into the heart? I think that would be
straight to the heart.
Straight to the heart, dude.
Dude, okay, yeah. Fuck.
All right. Inject it straight into the heart. Sick. This let's see. The text itself does how do I want to say this? The text itself appears in waves, and only when one set of instructions are completed. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. So it's like they don't even really know what they're getting themselves into completely. They just know we need to keep completing each step to learn more. So by the time they really get to the thing, they're already like in it.
Bro, yeah, they've done a lot of stuff, and then like one of the steps is sacrificing people, and they're just like, wait, what?
Hold
and
up.
then that's where there could be like a bit of a shift between the people, and they're like, dude, how many of us have died already because of wars, yada yada, and
they're like, well, we don't have to sacrifice each other.
Yeah.
There's towns all over the place not far from here. We could just
Yep.
We just got to get like one person, like maybe a beggar or something. Nobody will miss.
Right.
And then they do it, and then somebody, and then they learn the next steps, and then once one of them finally like is like, all right, I'll be the test dummy, like hit me with it, and then the result of him becoming super powerful, everybody's like, okay, let's get some more bodies because we want a piece of that.
Yeah, it'll be the guy that the entity appeared to first. Like he's all in, like he's like straight up believer, right? So he's just gonna be like, give it. I have no hesitation. Shot to the heart. You're too late.
Yeah, because he's like, maybe he's like the only one that can actually read it.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. That's why there's conflict too, because people are like, how do we even know if what you're saying is true?
Oh, dude, that would be so messed up.
And he's like,
if only him.
Like, I will prove it to you. Go kidnap somebody for me. I've been reading this stuff, man. I'll prove it to you that this is a gift from the gods.
Yeah.
And if I die, then you can say that I was wrong. I'll do it myself. And then it works. And everybody's like, okay, let's go. Messed up, man.
I love it. Hold on, I got a cat on me. Go on.
Meow.
Meow wow. Meow wow. All right, I'm gonna name him Magnus. Magnus, the one who was gifted the ability to read the text, tried to teach others, but they could not learn. Magnus goes on to complete all the steps, although there were a lot of disagreements. Can you like see her on me?
Yeah.
Jeez, yo, go on, dude. Come on.
She's like, oh, are you trying to type right now? Erect, sir.
She's like, let me tell you about my day. All right, bruh. All right. Although there were a lot of disagreements, steps. Man, I'm using a lot of commas. Magnus goes on to complete all the steps, although there were a lot of disagreements, which led to fights. He is the first one to inject the raw energy into himself. And then I don't know what else there is for the dungeon part. I think that's it. We can talk about death traps.
About what?
If there's any like death traps or like the purpose of them. So I guess I should have read this. I said mine. An abandoned mine can quickly become infested with monsters, while miners who delve too deep can break through into the Underdark. So that's whatever. We should have came on down here to history, which we kind of already.
We've got it already, dude.
Yeah.
We got off on a tangent. That's all we need, really. Yeah. Sometimes it's all you need to get started is getting onto a tangent and just roll with it.
Okay. Yeah. So I just wanted to come back and be like, all right, hold on. Before we like keep going, am I missing anything? I'm like, yeah, this part right here. Forgot about the history, but we got that. Map in a dungeon. We're gonna do that. Not in this episode. And the next episode, we're gonna be switching.
Want to build that in Tailspire, right?
Tailspire.
Is that what it's called? Okay, I always forget. There's too many spires and foundries and forges and fantasy grounds and
dude, all of Ember now. Ember looks pretty cool. Ember by the Foundry. Ooh. Yeah, here
Ember by the Foundry. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I posted it in our announcements. It's the new system that Foundry made. Like the makers of Foundry made their own TTRPG. And they're like, if you play this like every week, it'll last you 2 years because of all the content we put in there, but you can also homebrew and shit. So,
wow,
it's very very cool. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna be using Tailspire. As you can see, I can just plop down a bunch of stuff. We can make a little dungeon that comes over here and then does that, and wow, a weird room. There you go. Wow. And then, we can decorate it. We can make any sort of ground, basically, castle aberration. So we can have like this. There we go. Stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah, super fun. We're gonna be doing this probably tomorrow, as long as we're streaming tomorrow.
I'm free, so
yeah. So we kind of understand this dungeon that we're making. It's going to be pretty cool. I'll try to make a mock mesa, just a little bit.
If you stack those, and then you can make little bridges to each one. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can do whatever I want in this. I'm the game.
I've never messed with it. It looks really, really fun to play with, though.
It's okay. Yes,
I've seen some incredible stuff that's been done with it.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I know you're looking for world building stuff, but if you have Tailspire, these are some community slabs. This right here, someone made. You can just pop down your tokens and start playing into whatever this is. This was by Caleb Markle, something like that. But it tells you who it was. People just make this and post them, dude. Free.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I would love to do that. Just post stuff up for people. This is really neat.
Yep. Puzzle. This is a puzzle place. I think that's freaking sick that he did that. Because you could take this and probably just change the flooring and the walls to whatever fits you, or kind of copy it and be like, oh, dude, this is the type of puzzle I want to do, but not this stuff, and you could just replace
we can tomorrow we can get back together. Maybe won't have some of the technical issues that I was having.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. It's something with Foundry. I don't know what it is, but it's being weird. Because we use Foundry to roll our dice for some of the random stuff until our brains get going, and then we just kind of rap about things. But yeah, it's artifacting and stuff like that. But when I go to other tabs and stuff, but there's no artifacting, so it's not.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'll try to figure it out.
Yeah, but I feel like I know you got to go soon. I feel like we have a really cool dungeon right here, as far as man, this is going to be freaking dark. What they're doing, because we need to think of all right, they're going to have preparation rooms for these people.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to be prepared a certain way, like shaved completely. I don't know, dude. Like, we can come up with that.
Dude. Oh my gosh, yes. All the ritualistic weird stuff that they're going to be doing in different areas to prepare these things. Because it is a ritual. It's not just it's not just a biomechanical, alchemical thing. There's dark magic involved with all of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to go through all these different areas and kind of uncover what's really going on here. And then I also like the idea, like, there's different types of these warriors. There's guys that have spears and specific abilities for those. So I kind of want to flesh out the different types of enemies and have a roster, you know what I mean? Of like, you've got your sword and shield men, you've got guys with claymores, you've got guys with spears, you've got these different archers, and each one of those different enemy types should have their own specific special abilities that they were gifted through this power, right?
Ooh, okay.
Maybe even some of them became mages.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Like battle mages.
Yeah. I would definitely say like some sort of, kind of like a death knight.
Mm-hmm. And then the first guy that got it, he's like the chosen one, right? And so he's the big bad.
Right. Yep.
He's
Magnus.
got a slew of cool stuff. Yeah, he's got a slew of cool stuff like, it's Shadowdark, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe come up with some cool like layer type abilities like you would have in 5e for a big bad guy.
Yeah. Honestly, what's pretty cool about Daggerheart, when it talks about dungeons and stuff like that, it tells me to basically have some layer features, like any sort of scene. You can just write out like, hey, what are some things that the players could do if they spent a hope to try to do something, and then they're like, well, what if I spent a fear? Like, what are some stuff like that? I am trying to bring it up. So using features for the environments. So a fear feature would be like, hey, it's an action. I can spend a fear to have a prominent member of the court frame a PC for a crime, real or imagined. Proving their innocence requires completing a progress countdown. And then it goes into like what a countdown is, which is a die, like a little die and stuff. So stuff like that. I really like where they're going with all of their stuff in Daggerheart. So since this is going to be in the Daggerheart world, I am going to be using some of these features. And there's just going to be a standard difficulty. We can talk about like, hey, what level characters, what level should these characters be when they go face this? And then everything within this dungeon would be a difficulty 14 or something, you know what I'm saying? Or 17.
Right. Dude, you mentioned like a room where they have to like shave people. Maybe they skin them too. Yeah. And I'm picturing like these creepy ass like Sweeney Todd motherfuckers with like crazy like big ass like razor knives and stuff.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Right, Sweeney Todd. He was the crazy barber guy, right? That killed people.
Yeah. He was. I honestly thought that movie wasn't that bad. I watched it not too long ago. Like rewatched it.
I don't even really remember.
Yeah, it was like Johnny Depp and Helena lady. But
so yeah, I'll start. I think what we should do is I'll try to kind of put my mind in the enemies and NPCs. Trying to come up with different various types of enemies to fight that are all part of this crazy condemned army. If you want to kind of focus on thinking about how you want it to lay out the maces and the map and stuff, and then we can kind of rap about it tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think I'm gonna get the mesas down. Or no, I'll just figure out how I'm gonna do the mesas, and then I'll try to find a Rick type, like within Tailspire. I'm like, I'm gonna use this type for these type of tunnels and stuff. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Try to find maybe a random dungeon generator where we can roll on something, but.
Dude. I mean, there's tables out there till the end of days. So.
Right. Cool. Well, I think we will end it there for today. Sorry for the short stream. There's always some stuffs going on, real life. If you guys could donate at least $1 million to me so I can just do this full time, that'd be great. Thank you. Okay.
I'll just, I'll ask around when I'm at work tonight, see if anybody's got like a cool millie they could throw your way.
Yeah, dude, I'll just start a Kickstarter, dude. I'll be like, look, this is what I got. This is what I'm planning on doing. Support me. Kickstart me, man.
Kickstart my heart.
All right. Well, thank you guys for popping in and checking out the stream and everything. I will try to get a better position for the chat so I can see everyone that's, talking in the chat, because we want to hear from you. So that way we can implement anything that you guys suggest. We'll definitely try to throw it in there if it makes sense, for sure. We'd love to create something with you guys and, leave behind. So I think that'd be sick.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Other than that, please take care of yourself and each other. Look forward to any comments that you guys leave down below. You got anything you want to say?
Oh, just if you get the opportunity to do something nice for somebody today, take the opportunity.
To do something nice.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Pay it forward.
Right. Yeah, pay it forward. All right. We should see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye.
Hell yeah. See ya.